All right, hey there, St. Peter's. We're coming up the 20th Sunday after Pentecost, and I want to start off this little video with a word of thanks to several people. Our campus felt like it was falling apart this last weekend, a week ago from recording this, and we had electrical issues, internet issues, and plumbing issues, a little flooding going on. It was crazy. Welcome back for me, right? The campus falls apart the day I come back. Um, we've got some thanks going out. Brandon and Emily stayed, and Van was really helping out a lot too, and a few others in trying to get some plumbing leaking fixed and cleaned up. It ended up being a really big problem for us. And Duncan and Charles stayed after. They were there most of Sunday afternoon trying to stop and clean up a plumbing leak. It was the perfect storm for plumbing, and it was ridiculous. And I'm really grateful for those folks who jumped in and tried to make it and try to fix it and make it happen. Our campus ended up getting put back together in time for school to start on Monday, but it was a real trial and a real close run thing. So thank you so much to all those of you who jumped in to help out, especially Duncan and Charles. They really put in a lot of hours. So it takes a lot. This is the kind of stuff it takes for church to really work, for the practical side of things to go. There's the spiritual side, but we must never forget the people who put in many hours and hours of love and labor, and it's a form of worship, really, and it's act of love for all of us as a congregation that they work so hard. So thank you, everyone. We're grateful for you, and we're blessed by your hard work and love for this place and for us and for the Lord most of all. All right, a few announcements for you. We've got a fun fellowship opportunity for everyone, especially the kids. We're going to have our annual trunk or treat. It will be on Wednesday, October 23rd. This event is put on and run by our preschool, but it's also a parishioner event as well. So it's great when we see our own parishioners getting involved and mingling with the preschool families and participating and sharing in good times. So come and decorate a trunk, give out some candy to the kids, or just bring the kids and enjoy it. Just come hang out and visit and get to know some of the preschool families. It's a really great time together, and the property is full of families having all kinds of fun. So swing by on Wednesday, October 23rd. Information is down below. If you want to decorate a trunk, talk to Shannon. Her information is down there. You can get in touch with her and figure out how to get involved. We've got an important update for you regarding our administrative systems. We have a new and very secure system for electronic giving. Now, when everybody's going to need to go onto this, the old system is gone away. There's a little bit of setup the first time you use it, but after that, it should be no hassle at all. Amy has made a step-by-step little tutorial down below for how to get this going. It's super easy to use. It's super clear, I think. And please note, though, it has options for recurring giving and for one-time gifts. You can set up one or the other or both. And they don't negate one another, but notice each time what you're doing is a recurring gift or a one-time gift. We recommend recurring giving if you're ready to make that kind of commitment. That's the easiest method by far. You just one and done, and your giving is set up for the entire year or until you change it again. So it's a really great system, super secure. Now, please see the directions down below. Amy's put together a little step-by-step tutorial. And if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to call the office, or if you have any trouble with it, do let us know. It's super user-friendly, but just in case, don't be afraid to ask for help, all right? All right, so for other updates on systems, my biological systems, I've got no updates for you on my health currently. I still feel great. I'm getting stronger from the surgery, and things are really good. As far as my feeling goes and all that, so my energy's back. I had a great Sunday back at ministry speaking anyway, and a good week in the office. So it's nice to get back in the swing of things. It feels good, and it's much better for me to be active. I'm really glad to be back at it. I'm just learning right now, as of today, Friday, of my recording of this, learning the schedule for my treatment. So I'm not quite ready to announce that yet. I'm just getting a handle on what this means for the calendar of the church. But this coming week, I should be able to plan out the schedule for the new classes I'm teaching. I just want to triple check everything before I make any announcements. So my Wednesday night class will start soon. by the end of the month, by the end of October for sure. We're going to do that 7 p.m. after evening prayer on Wednesdays in the church. And the study I have chosen is the attributes of God. That sounds awfully esoteric and sort of out there, right? No, it is lofty, but it's not difficult to understand. And if you think of it, all right thinking about life and reality and salvation, and all of it starts with the right understanding of God. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And my prayer is that as we put first things first as a parish and as individuals, as a congregation, everything else will begin to fall in place for us as individuals and also collectively as a congregation too, in new and wonderful ways. I pray that the Lord blesses you through this study. As you begin to understand God, you can understand everything else. And again, we'll be announcing the schedule for that very soon, but we will have our first class by the end of the month. My new members class will also start the same week the Wednesday night class starts, so look for that. Look for details on that coming soon. This is a class that is required for anyone who wants to become a member. And also, current members are strongly encouraged to take the class if they haven't already. And do note, I am revamping some things, coming at timeless truth from somewhat different angles and expressions. So you might just think about jumping in for the sake of fellowship, meeting some of our newer members. And do note, too, that if you take the class, it is not a commitment to become an official member of St. Peter's, but it is a requirement for membership at St. Peter's. And you can learn more about that by talking to me or simply by coming to the class and getting involved. And that schedule will be out soon. And do note, we will have childcare for that Sunday morning class. It will be in between services in Barge Hall, that new members class. And we will have nursery for the wee ones, and we will have programming and activities for kids up through 5th grade. All right. So every opportunity for every age, person, and situation to come. Really looking forward to seeing you all there. If you have any questions about that, please ask me. Love to talk with you more about it. Brandon and Emily are starting a periodic worship team training for all who want to serve in our services in any capacity. If you're serving, it's an opportunity to refresh where to go, where to stand, how to move, what to do, etc. And it is a great way to learn more about different ways to serve in our services if you're not serving already. And these will begin on Saturday morning, October 12th. You can see more information down below and talk to Brandon and Emily Fletcher if you have any questions about that. Our beautiful butterfly garden is another blessing on our campus, and it's been going for quite a little while now, I think 2 or 3 years. I forget what Faye said, but the space has been transformed by Tony and Faye Holmes, and they'd love to share their project with you. If you've got a green thumb or wish your thumb were more green than it is, they'd love to talk with you about ways to help and get involved and just enjoy that space we've got. It's out front over by the Memorial Garden and tucked away by the preschool over there. So go check it out and think about talking to Tony and Faye about maybe getting involved. Another way to get involved is the Daughters of the King. It is an order for prayer for women. And if you want to get more serious about your prayer life, have friends and companions and help in learning how to pray and gaining the confidence to pray more, or just you want accountability in praying more and you want to pray more for the church and for the spread of the gospel, think about joining up with the Daughters of the King. You can see information down below. They're doing a discernment study for anyone who wants to see if serving and becoming a member of the Daughters of the King is for them. We've got other classes listed below and other ways to serve, of course, so check everything out down below if you haven't already. And I think that's it for announcements. Now, the sermon this week, we're going to tackle a big subject: suffering. How should we as Christians think about suffering? Why does God allow suffering? How does God help us in suffering? How can we find hope even in the middle of suffering and comfort? We're going to be in Hebrews 2. And we're going to take a look at this important topic. And Hebrews 2 is profound in what it puts forth. Just a few words, but what it conveys is deep and wonderful and glorious. And the perspective that we learn there on suffering and how to think about life and what do we do in the midst of suffering, it has changed my life. And it has given me immense strength and hope in my own suffering at various times in life of many different kinds. The Lord has richly blessed me through this, and I pray that He will richly bless you as we look at this together on Sunday. All right. God bless you. Get your rest this weekend. Be trusting in the Lord and be doing good. And we will see you on Sunday, God willing.